so I'm going to step away. So let's see what's going on. You can wave, you can talk, yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome, everybody.
Yeah.
It's a glorious Monday morning here at the Woodlands Yoga Studio. The weather's been fabulous, and I'm Felicia, and I'm so glad that you're joining with me. So I'm going to go over the props just to give you a little bit of time to kind of get set up. We'll need a strap, a belt, a necktie, something to kind of use for our legs, a set of blocks. I have cork, but you can use your foam ones if you have, and a blanket. Decided to bring my nice fuzzy one today. So a blanket or a long towel or so, just to add a little bit of padding. So if you've checked our website, today's theme is going to be Hips, Hips, Hooray. So I figured we could all use a little bit of stretching and realizing that even though we're kind of focusing hips, it's not one particular body part. So, you know, we're kind of an amazing system. So we're going to be addressing a little bit of back, some definitely glute work, thighs, and we are going to be doing some kneeling and such, so if the knees need a little extra TLC, I invite you to grab an extra blanket or so. So I like to remind you that yoga is not a competitive sport. We're not meant to compete with other people looking for that Instagram-worthy pose, or even competing with ourselves. Every day is a little bit different, and this morning's practice, I know we're kind of gearing it towards a senior's gentle. I will offer some modifications. Some of these poses we're going to hold for a little bit of a period of time, so honor the body where it is today. So if that's a little uncomfortable for you, ease on out. I like to usually offer level A, B, C, and just honor where you are today. So with that in mind, we're going to get started, and we're going to start lying down on our backs. So in getting ready, I invite you to bring your strap with you and have a block nearby. The others can kind of just set aside. And then when ready, if you'd like a little bit of head and neck support, you can use your blanket to kind of provide a little pillow. But keep in mind that we don't want to have the head supported enough where the chin is into the chest. And so we're going to come on our back supine, have our knees bent, and then I invite you to take your block. We're going to walk the feet out a little bit wider than hip width distance apart, and then we're going to place our block between our thighs. Just let the knees come in as we come into comfortable repose. And so beginning this morning's practice, just kind of shimmy the body, physically check in, noting how the back of the body's resting on the earth, how are the shoulders feeling, the hips and buttocks, soles of the feet onto the floor. And as we move from checking in with the body, we slowly bring that awareness to the breath. A very powerful tool in our yoga practice. So we invite the breath to bring us into a stillness as we set aside our mental to-do list and distractions either before class or what we're planning to do after this practice. If it's comfortable, allow the hands to rest onto the abdomen. And that as one inhales, feeling a sense of expansion, allow the belly to rise. And as you exhale, allow the navel to melt to the low back. So I invite you to take 5 more deep breaths. That as one inhales, feeling a sense of expansion. As you exhale, begin to settle, allowing the body to become heavy, being supported by the earth. And on that next exhalation, returning the breath to its normal breathing rhythm. Invite you to reach and take a hold of that block, setting it alongside of the mat. And then walk those feet in one step and just gently windshield wipe. Kind of drop the knees one side to the other. One side to the other. And so today's practice, we're going to be spending a fair amount of time on the earth here, just really moving through the hips, a little strengthening into the buttocks, the back region and such. And so for today's, say, personal goal or intention is just explore. Explore how the hips feel. It is said that a lot of times we hold a lot of our frustration in our hips and buttocks. So maybe explore and see if there's something you can let go today. So as we prepare to begin, we extend those legs out. Reach the arms overhead. Give the body a full body stretch. Oh, and then exhale, release. And I like to do a test, retest. It's just check in. How are the hips and buttocks feeling? The legs, the feet. Are they pointing straight, turned in or out? And then we're going to begin with what we call a Feldenkrais movement. So we're going to bring awareness to that right leg. I know Lynn loves these. So we're going to slide that right heel onto our mat, bending that knee. Place the sole of the foot onto the earth. We allow that right knee to open out to the side. Check in, make sure the hips remain level. So we're rolling that right foot onto that outer edge. Then we push that foot away. Then turning the toes and the knees back towards the sky. So we're going to do 3 more, moving a little bit faster. So we're going to inhale, draw it up. As we drop, exhale, push away, lengthen, and then rotate back toward the sky. Again, so we inhale, slide, and drop. Exhale, push away, and rotate. Good. One more on your own. Push away. Nice. Now we're going to reverse that. So we're going to turn the right toes out, let that knee turn out, slide it up, bring the knee back to center, and then push that heel away. Now I know sometimes that heel doesn't slide on the mat, but do you the best you can. So we rotate out, slide up, draw the knee back to center, push that foot away. One more. Rotate out. So we external rotate. We're going to draw it up, almost kind of a frog. Bring it back to center, push away, and release. Good. Now we're going to move to that left side. So toes are pointing towards the sky. We're going to pull that knee, let it slide up, bend that knee. Drop the knee out to the side, roll onto that outer part of that left foot, push away, roll toes and knees back to the sky. Again, we pull in, out to the side, push away. 2 more. Rise up, out to the side, push away. Really push it away. Last one. Let it slide up, out to the side, push away. Toes and knees back to the sky. Then we're going to reverse. We let the knee and the toe drop out, rotate out, slide, bend that knee, kind of frog leg, bring it back to center, push away. Good. 2 more on your own. Slide it out to the side, bring it back, push away. Last one. Slowly bend the knees, place the soles of the feet onto the earth. As we bring that awareness to that right leg, we're going to draw that right knee into the chest, give a gentle hug, rotate through the ankle. And now we're going to take our strap or our belt, going to place it onto the ball of that foot. And then we're going to hold the strap in each hand, and I invite you to bring that leg to 90 degrees. So 90 degrees, ankle to the knee, over the hip. So a little isometric work here. I want you to feel the sensation that the foot is pushing into the strap, but the arms are resisting the movement. So you want to kind of activate those muscles, kind of turn on the glutes. And then we're going to send that foot to the sky. So holding the straps each hand, if you can, allow those elbows to rest. Soften through the shoulders. And it's not about how high you get right now. We're just warming up. We're going to do some hip circles. So very small circles. We're going to draw the toes to 12 o'clock and then move it to 3, 6, 9, and back to 12. So 3 more, move at your own rhythm, but I want you to bring awareness into that hip joint. Feel that hip, the head of that femur that's rotating in there. There's an area that's kind of stuck. Just pause there for a moment and breathe. And then as the toes draw towards 12 o'clock, we're going to reverse. Where we go 9, 6, 3, and 12. Use the breath as we breathe in and breathe out. Let's go 2 more. On that last repetition, draw those toes back up to 12 o'clock. And again, we're going to hold that strap. We're going to do some leg raises. So as we inhale, we're going to allow that leg to extend, let the heel hover. Exhale, engage the core as we pull up. Good, 3 more. Inhale, lengthen, stretch. Exhale, pulling up. So we don't want to swing that leg. Use the muscles, bring awareness. And the last one, we're going to hold it up. Lifting towards the sky. And now we place the straps into that right hand. Left hand rest on that left hip. Kind of keep awareness there. As we keep those hips level, we're going to invite that right leg out to the side. A little abduction. So we're not rotating through the spine. We want to just feel that heel reaching towards that side wall. Nice. On the next inhale, we draw up. This time we're going to bend that knee. We're going to place that right ankle on top of that left knee. So we're making that figure 4. You can set your strap to the side. So we're moving through thread the needle, but we're going to move with the breath. So I invite you to place that right hand onto that right thigh. And for 3 reps, we're going to move with the breath. That as we inhale, draw the breath into that hip. On the exhale, a gentle press of that right thigh away from the body. 2 more. Allow yourself to really bring that awareness into the breath. Allow that exhalation to release tension. And now you can continue this for the next 5 breaths. Option B, if you like, we're going to thread that needle. So we're going to lift that left foot, thread that right arm between the thighs, take a hold of the back of that thigh, back of that left thigh. If you can't reach, excuse me, take a hold of your strap. So if you're in this, check in. Are the shoulders and neck tight? Use your strap. Allow the upper body to rest as you hold here for 4 more breaths. Maybe you notice as you exhale, able to pull that strap a little bit more towards the chest. And on the next exhalation, slowly release any handhold or strap. Mindfully release that left foot to the earth. We're going to slide that right lower leg down. So let those lower legs be near each other. A gentle spinal twist. We're going to drop those knees to the right. Let that left foot be on the earth and kind of roll towards the big toe side. So we're not moving deep into the spinal twist, just warming up. Feel the sensation, that left hip drawing away from the ribs as you exhale. Two more breaths. On the next inhale, gently draw those knees back to center. Releasing that right leg, draw the knee to the chest. Then release the legs. Extend both legs out. As we recheck in the body, drawing that awareness, feeling the difference. Maybe there's a change from the right to the left. And now preparing for the other side, we're going to slowly draw those knees up. Draw that left knee into the chest, give a gentle hug. Rotate through the ankle. Nice crunch there. And now we're going to take our strap, placing it onto the ball of that left foot. So again, we start at that 90-90, kind of pressing into the strap. The arms are resisting. Get those glutes firing. And then send that leg up. Reach, let those elbows rest. See if you can soften through the shoulders and neck. So that foot is flexed. We begin our circles. We're going to draw those toes to 12 o'clock. And then moving to 3, 6, 9, and 12. Let's go 3 more on your own. Awareness into that hip joint. And as the toes slowly draw towards 12 o'clock, we're going to reverse. A little counterclockwise as we go 9, 6, 3, and 12. Continue. So again, as we bring awareness, especially as we draw that leg towards midline, feel that sensation in that hip socket. And then slowly drawing the toes to 12 o'clock. We take a moment, leg lifts. So as we inhale, we're going to lengthen, stretch that left leg, let the heel hover. Exhale, engage the abs, pull up. Good, 3 more. With intention. Last one. Back center here. Reach that foot towards the sky. And now placing straps into the left hand. Right hand onto the hip. Kind of giving a little cue to keep those hips level. And when ready, on the exhale, open up. And now as you're here, check in. What's going on into that right leg? Is that right leg splayed out? Can you gently press into that right foot? Keeping those hips level. And then on the next inhale, draw the leg back to center. As we bend the knee, release the strap. Let's cross that leg. Going to bring that left ankle on top of that right knee. Left hand onto the thigh. 3 rounds. We're going to just move with that breath. As we inhale, draw the breath into that hip. Exhale, gently press away. Again, 2 more times. And now continue here, option A, for 5 more times. If you like, option B is that we thread. Take a hold of the back of that right thigh. Again, option using the strap or interlace those hands. Flex the feet. Use the breath. As you exhale, release the tension. What can you let go this morning? And then on the next exhalation, releasing any hold, any props. As we release that right leg down, allow that left lower leg to slide. And then we're going to gently drop the knees to the left. We roll onto that right foot, rolling and resting onto that right big toe side. See if you can bring awareness. Can you feel a sense of stretching, maybe into that side hip, the glute region? 2 more breaths. And then on the next inhale, coming back to center, uncrossing the leg, extending the legs out, taking a moment, inhale deeply, and feel the changes within. And now we're going to bend those knees. We're going to take our strap and we're going to place it around our thighs. So I want you to just kind of hold the ends and just let them rest around the thighs. And then we're going to roll onto our side. We're going to stack our knees. So I love those exercise resistant bands, but we don't have those, and chances are you don't have them at home. So we're going to use this as a little resistance. So engaging into our glutes, we're going to do a little clamshell, a little hip abduction. So I'm going to just hold on to my top one. I'm going to keep the big toe parts of my feet together. And then I'm going to gently open, give a little resistance, and then come down. Again, as I go up, I'm just giving a little resistance on my strap and down. Now I'm going to hold both of the straps. And you decide how hard you're going to work. So I'm going to push against the strap. My hands are going to hold. And I want to press my big toes together. Kind of activate those glutes for 3, 2, 1. Release. We're going to do that one more time. So we're going to push. I'm going to hold my band. Resist. For 3, 2, 1. Release. Now I'm going to lift my foot
And so I'm going to release just so I get my motion right is I'm going to lift, kind of in the olden days, the fire hydrant. And as we come down, again, we're going to lift, everything goes up and down. And now we're going to hold on, add a little resistance. So I'm trying to push the strap apart. Oh, really activating those glutes. 3, 2, 1, release. We're going to go one more. You get to decide the tension. Open, squeeze, 3, 2, 1, and release. Nice. So now you're going to roll over onto the other side. Just for my sake, I'm coming up. So I'm going to do my other side here. So get into position, bring those big toes together. So the first is our clamshell, where we keep our feet together and we're just going to open and release. So we open, feel engagement into, say, the gluteus medius, the sides of our buttocks there. And now I'm going to hold the strap, and I'm going to push, going to resist, kind of pressing those big toes together. 3, 2, 1, release. Again, we're going to press. 3, 2, 1, release. Just a warm up for our standing asanas here. We got to turn everything on. This time we're going to open up and down. So we just do 2 just to kind of get that motion. And down. And now we're going to resist. Hold the strap and lift, squeeze, squeeze, pull apart and release. One more. Squeeze, squeeze, try to rip the strap apart and release. Nice. Release the strap, kind of pull it out as we slowly make our way up into tabletop. So we're going to come onto our hands and knees. So if the knees need a little extra TLC, we're going to have our blanket available. Give yourself a little padding. We're going to start with a little CatCow. You can have your block, say, to the top of your mat. And I don't think we need our straps right now. So coming into position, just find that place of comfort for those hands and knees here. Going to warm up with that spine. We're going to go 3 rounds here. So as we exhale, taking that tailbone under, round, really press the earth away. And as we inhale, let the tailbone reach skyward, melt through the heart, and look forward. Good. 2 more, moving at your own breathing rhythm. Nice. And on that last exhalation, coming back to neutral, a little hip action here. So as we inhale, we're going to bring the body slightly forward, let those arms work. Exhale, send the hips back a little bit. Let's go 2 more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, send it back. 1 more. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, sending back to either puppy pose, or if you'd like to open a little bit wider, child's pose. Find that final space here, that pose, and just hold for 3 full breaths. And on the next inhalation, rising up. So we make our way back into tabletop, a little spinal work here. So we bring that awareness to that right leg. On the exhale, we're going to draw that right knee in. Inhale, we're going to extend. Option A is toes on the floor. Option B is up. Engage that glute, turn it on. And then option C, we can engage and bring awareness into that left arm. Have that thumb pointing up. Wherever you are, 3 more breaths. And then on the next exhalation, releasing the hand, releasing the leg. Give a little shake. Other side. Exhale, draw that left knee in. Inhale, reach and stretch. Option A, toes on the floor. Option B is up. Wherever you are, engage that glute. Really turn it on. For the next 3 breaths, if you like, option C, engage the right arm. Then on the next exhalation, releasing the hand, releasing the leg. Open those knees a little bit wider. Send the hips back. Puppy pose, child's pose. On the next inhale, rise up. We're going to play. So we come back into our table, draw that navel to the low back. Bring awareness to that right leg. We're going to exhale, draw that knee in. Inhale, we're going to send it back, and I invite you to keep the toes on the floor. Really feel that heel stretching. And then we play with the breath. That as we inhale, we're going to send, and we're going to make a semicircle. Slide that leg up. And then exhale, bring it back. We're going to do 2 more. So we slide out, going to the point of comfort, check. Are you collapsing? You want to keep everything nice and strong. Bring it back in. This last one we're going to hold. Come to the point of comfort as you bring that awareness into the glute. So B is here, C. Can you lift? Oh, and squeeze. Engage that glute. Use the core. Exhale, release down. Bring it back. Oh, send it. And give it a little shake. Roll through the wrist. Kind of shimmy through the glutes. Getting a little strengthening here. So we reset, rise up. So as we exhale, we're going to draw that left knee in. Inhale, reach and stretch. So get long. Feel that heel reaching towards that back wall. And now we play. So we inhale, we're going to just slide it onto the floor, only going to a point of comfort. Exhale, bring it back. You may notice a little more mobility, one hip than the other. Let's go 2 more. Move with intention. We're not just throwing that leg. Let those muscles work. On this next one, we're going to hold. Hold it into that, what we call abduction here, wherever you are. And then if you like, engage that core. Support yourself in. Inhale, lift. Squeeze. And then on the exhale, release it down. Draw the leg back. Send the hips back. Child's pose. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Give a little wiggle.
backward bending work. And what I invite you to do is we're going to do our Cobra, Bhujangasana, a little Sphinx, and then a variation of half frog. So again, we're going to be very mindful of the hips. And so if you like, this would be a time where you can take your blanket or your towel and just place it, say, on the lower, I'm facing this way, lower right part of your mat. So where it's going to be on the floor beside your mat, if the knees need a little extra support. So once we get our props together, we're going to slowly bring the body down, coming to rest onto the abdomen. Allow the arms to rest alongside of the body. Turn the cheek, turn the gaze towards the right. A full inhale into the back of the body. And exhale, surrender the front of the body. On the next inhale, lift the head up. As we rotate, look to the left. Exhale, release down. And holding that for a full breath. On the next inhale, coming to pose, invite you to place the forehead onto the earth. Bring the palms of the hands under the shoulders. Have the elbows tucked in close to the body. We're going to do 2 rounds of our Cobra here. So as we inhale, we're going to slowly lift forehead, chin, and chest. Coming to a height of comfort. See if you can use that upper back. Keep the weight out of the hands. The sensation that the elbows are being drawn towards the hips. And then as you exhale, gently lower chest, chin, forehead. Take a moment. Second round. On the next inhale, we're going to lift forehead, chin, and chest. Slowly lifting upper body. And for this one, if it's comfortable, maybe feel the sensation the hands are gently pushing the mat away from the body. Kind of invite those shoulders down, lengthening through the crown of the head. Release, relax through the legs. And then on the next exhale, gently lower chest, chin, forehead. Release the arms, turn the cheek to one side as we pause for a moment. Full inhalation, exhale, release. Now we're going to move into our Sphinx pose. And so to come to pose, we're going to bring our arms, actually this time we're going to place them kind of a cactus pose here. And so right now my head is turned to the right. And so what I'm going to do is we're going to move with the breath again. That as I inhale, I'm going to press into my forearms. I'm going to lift my torso. Rotate my head, look to the left, and then exhale, gently come down. Again, inhale, press into my forearms, lift my torso, rotate, look to the right, release down. Next time, as I inhale, I'm going to press into my forearms, I'm going to lift, and I'm going to bring my elbows underneath my shoulders as I come into my Sphinx here. So as I hold here, I'm pressing into the forearms, pressing into the arms, really lifting. Engage the core. Are you dumping into that low back, shrugging those shoulders? Activate it. Draw that navel. Breathe into that low back. Crown of the head reaching forward. And now we're going to bring awareness into that lower body. So we're going to move into a half frog. We're opening
opening up a little hip abduction here, external rotation. So option A is that we're going to look over that right shoulder and we're going to move that right leg out. Have the foot a little bit off that yoga mat. We're going to rotate, rolling that foot on that big toe side, and that knee rolls out. So here's A, and if the knee needs a little support, I'm just going to kind of pull my blanket or towel into here. So listen to the hips where they are. If you'd like to go deeper, then we draw that right knee up and slowly come down. Turn the head to the right as we invite an opening into that front, into the groin, into that knee area. So wherever you're comfortable here, we're going to hold this now for 8 breaths. If at any time something is uncomfortable before I give the cue, invite you to come out of the pose. So as we release in here, on that inhale, draw the breath into the glutes, into the hip, that pelvic region. As you exhale, let it melt towards the earth. Let's go 2 more breaths. And now to come out of the pose, can slide, lift that foot, slide, bring the toes to the earth. As we press the toes, lift the knee, rotate back, bring it back to center. And now as we're moving to the other side, if you need to, bring the blanket or the towel onto the other side. As we prepare, on the inhale, we're going to press into our forearms. We're going to rise up, head back to center, coming into our Sphinx. We're going to look over that left shoulder. Option A is just walking that foot, lift that knee up, take it off the mat, and roll onto the big toe side. That's enough of a rotation, maybe. If you'd like to go deeper, is then draw that knee up, only to the height, no further than the hip. Keep that big toe part of the foot down. And then, if it's comfortable, we melt down. Bring the gaze to the left, open those elbows, come down cactus as we breathe into pose. So find that place of comfort. Maybe you'd rather do crocodile with the arms, but keeping the head turned in the direction of the knee. Let's go 3 more breaths. Inhaling, making space. As you exhale, melt and stretch. Preparing to come out of the pose. If you like, press, lifting torso up a little bit. So we're looking to the left, gonna either slide down or lift that foot up, place the toes onto the earth. As we lift that knee up, come back to center. Releasing the arms alongside of the body. Turn the cheek to the other side. As we take a moment feeling the changes within. And now, we place the palms of the hands under the shoulders as we press the body up. We're going to slowly make our way up into standing. So whatever position is comfortable for you, take your time as we rise up. Kind of opened up those hips. Let's inhale. And exhale. Good. One more. Inhale, reach up. I'm going to take a little crescent. Let's take a hold of that left wrist, the right hand, and as we exhale, side bend to the right. Good. Opening the chest, draw that arm alongside of the ear, really ground into that left outer foot. Inhale, rise up, and exhale, release. Other side. Inhale, sweep. Take a hold of that right, get long, and then exhale, side bend. And then inhale, lift, exhale, release. Good, shake it out. So now that we're all warmed up, we've moved everything, we're going to prepare for one of my favorites. We're going to do our progressive goddess pose here. So before we begin, let's come to the top of the mat. I'm going to stay so that I'm facing you. So come to the top of the mat, standing into Tadasana, really grounding. Kind of check in. Maybe the hips, the buttocks, and that feel a little different. Can you ground? And so as we inhale, we're going to sweep up. On the exhale, we're going to bend our knees, fold forward. Kind of our modified Uttanasana here. And just let the head and neck relax, release. We're going to place our hands onto our shins, and as we inhale, we're going to lift up partially, look forward. Exhale, bend those knees as we squat down. And then on the next inhale, lift, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. We're going to do 2 more rounds. This one, the next one, we're going to open up, have the legs hip-width distance apart. We're going to play a little bit with our squats. So this time, as we inhale, we sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Bend those knees. Let that bottom sit back. Little squat. Inhale, rise up. Partially look forward. Exhale, come down, squat. From here, take a hold of the opposite elbows. So we're going to really let those glutes kind of work. Kind of hold us here. Release that torso down. Then release the hold. On the next inhale, press into the feet, lift all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Last one. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, fold forward. Kind of squat here. Let's bend those knees. Really release. Gonna paint those shins as we inhale, come up partially. Exhale, come down, squat. If it's comfortable, place the hands onto the earth and take a step out each leg. Really nice squat here. Kind of get those hips and that ready for us. We've worked so hard to warm them up. One more breath here. And then pressing into the soles of the feet. On the next inhale, lift. Push, 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 push. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Shake it out. And now we're going to go into our goddess sequence here. So I invite you to stand the middle of your mat. And we're going to step out nice and wide. Turn the feet out. about 45 degrees here. So for those who come to my class, you know this is kind of one of my favorites. We're going to work with the breath here. So we get that foundation. Feel like the feet are trying to rip the mat apart. We want to activate those outer thighs. Turn on those glutes. Feel the sensation that you're trying to push the feet towards the back wall. Nice. So hands on the hips. We're going to go 2 reps here, just getting the sequence with the legs. So as we inhale, we expand into the chest. On the exhale, we're going to come down Sumo Squat. Good. Inhale, press and up. Exhale, Sumo Squat down. Inhale, come up. We're going to add the arms now. So we inhale, reach. Exhale, release the arms, shoulder height, palms up. So as we inhale, we're going to open, expand. On the exhale, we're going to come down Sumo Squat. Draw those elbows into the ribs. Inhale, press, open. Exhale, come down, pull. One more, we're going to hold it. Inhale, up. Exhale, come down and hold. Oh, so as we're there, activate those glutes. Feel that outer part of those thighs, and glutes are trying to pull towards that back wall. Oh, and then we're going to change. We're going to place our left hand onto our hip. Our right forearm comes down as we tilt like a teapot towards the right. Extended side angle. We're going to straighten that left knee and reach. Keep the breath moving. We've got 2 more here. And then on the next inhale, press, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Take a moment if you need to, shake it out. We've got the other side here. So we get nice, wide base. Ground those feet. Engage those glutes. Bring, inhale, arms up. Exhale, open up. Shoulder height. And so as we use that breath, on that inhale, feel this reach, expansion into the chest. As we exhale, we're going to come on down, draw that energy in, Sumo Squat. Inhale, reach and open. Exhale, come down. One more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, come down. And we're going to hold. So this time, feel that energy. Feel like the heels are trying to pull towards each other. We're drawing the energy of the earth into our pelvic area. Nice and open. Keep the breath moving. Let's go 2 more breaths here. And then we're going to change. We're going to place that right hand onto our hip. Our left forearm comes down. We stay down. We're going to straighten that right knee as we reach right arm. We've got 2 more breaths. On the next inhale, we're going to press into those feet, press into that forearm, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. So you can step or jump, feet together. Nice. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. Good job. Shake it out. And so we're going to make our way back onto our mats. We're going to hold kind of a little restorative and then move into our Savasana. So we worked a lot into our hips and everything. So we're going to go into Supta Baddha Konasana here. So position-wise, we're going to take our blocks, or if you like your blankets, And the beauty of blocks is that they come in different heights. Okay, if you'd like a little support for your head, you can use your towel or blanket. And so to come to pose, we're going to place our blocks or blanket on each side of our mat, kind of where our knees are going to be. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. So just kind of show you. So we're going to be like this, almost kind of butterfly. And then when ready, you're going to slowly lie back. Have the head supported if that's comfortable. Draw those blocks in, let those knees rest. As we invite an opening, if it's comfortable, allow the arms to rest, maybe 40 degrees away from the body, palms up. And so we're going to hold this for about a minute or so, because I want to get you out of this before we go into Savasana. But as we hold this pose, I invite you to use the breath, that as you inhale, feel a sense of openness into the front of the body. As you exhale, feel the back of the thighs, the glutes, the spine melting to the earth. Invite you to move into this stillness. We're going to hold for 2 more breaths. Allow that tension to be released. Now, as we prepare to come out of the pose, I invite you to place your hands onto the outer parts of the thighs, and then slowly drawing the knees in towards center, placing soles of the feet onto the earth. And for the next 3-4 breaths, just move the body whatever feels good, whether that's windshield wipe or knees to chest, extending arms and legs, whatever the body's asking for this morning. And then when ready, slowly making your way back onto the mat to a position of comfort for Savasana. I'm going to go lower the lights here. And as we prepare for Savasana, I invite you to just let the body go. On the inhale, feel the awareness, the front of the body. And as you exhale, allowing the back of the body to melt. Allow oneself to feel the sensation of support. Support from one's mat, from Mother Earth. As we spent this time today inviting a sense of release, of letting go through the hips, through
through the buttocks. I invite you in this stillness, resting in Savasana, to release and let go. Slowly bringing the awareness back to the breath. Deepen the inhalation and allow the exhalation through the mouth. And as one brings the awareness from the breath back to the body, awareness and awakening of the fingers and toes, gently rolling the head from one side to the other, one side to the other, slowly raising arms up and overhead, giving the body a gentle stretch. When ready, slowly bending the knees, gently rolling the body onto one side, pausing for a moment. When ready, bringing this sense of peace and calm with oneself as you gently press the body up, coming into a seated position, keeping the eyes closed, awareness within. As we draw the palms of the hands together, the heart center, acknowledging that divine light within each one of us. I thank you for sharing your practice with me today. It was an honor to guide you through this class. I wish you all peace and joy. Stay safe